everybody. Yeah, welcome to, oh, shoot. Okay, welcome to yeah, welcome to Paradise Island. Okay, I'm looking at multiple screens because my computer decided to act a little crazy. So let me first start by welcoming everybody into the building. Stretch I saw you in here earlier. Hey, Stacy, I hope you're feeling better, vibrant, low. I see my moderators in the building. You guys, I'm trying something new. So if you could please join me in liking the live and sharing it out. Tell somebody that Brenda's live, but we're shifting the dynamic of what is Paradise Island. So tonight, I'm serving y'all up some food. If you're hungry, let's eat. So basically, I'm gonna, hey Tannis, my bookie butt, I see you. What the shift is, and I'm gonna put it up in the screen. The shift is designed to expand perspectives and feed curiosity, to engage in conversations about current events, entertainment, and the pulse of YouTube within various sectors. With a variety of topics served up each episode, there's always something on the plate for every viewer. A moment, a message, or a mindset shift that resonates. No matter who you are, the shift will leave you thinking, inspired, and hungry for more. So listen, to put this in layman's terms, Brenda's gonna be cooking up some food every Thursday and Monday, okay? Y'all gonna have an appetizer, you're gonna have a main course, and then there's gonna be dessert. Some of it you will like, some of it you might not like. You may like all of it, and you might ask for seconds, okay? Or you might say, Brenda, take some of this bullshit off my plate. I don't want it. Whoever you are, and wherever you come from, there's gonna be something for you to eat on this here good old plate, okay? Get on in here, baby. Hey, Mohammed. Sanders, I see you, baby. Zaquan. Listen, baby. Brenda's going to be serving you up some good food, okay? Brenda's been cooking for many years, okay? Now, Brenda Hood, get in here, okay? So today, we're going to start off with a little entertainment slash current events. And guess who I brought up here to help make this a fun and exciting evening? None other than the good girl, Tony Montana.
Hi. Oh, hey, Brenda.
Hey, Tony. Let me bring her up here with me, y'all. Oh, yes. Okay. I'm going to Tony's. Well, go, Heifer. Okay. You're hood. Let me tell you something. Listen, share the live out first, though. Okay. Listen. Okay, so we really are going to eat. That's the good thing about it. And if you guys have some topics that you want me to, she really did go over there too. This, gosh, y'all, y'all, this little heifer went right on over here. Yes. So listen, we're gonna have some fun. So listen, let me tell you how this meal is gonna go. Because y'all know Brenda is extra, extra. And when I say we're going to eat, Tony, we're going to eat. There's a menu.
You know I
There
love
is
to eat,
a
so let's
menu.
go.
Yeah, so we're going to start off with the KEWON audio. Mahia came into the Mo3 section, got people worked up earlier today. My good girl, Tony, okay? He pissed them off with a little KEWON audio. We're going to talk about that. And then we're going to land the main attraction for today, the Pierre de Resistance, the food, is going to be NEYO and his polyamorous relationship, okay? And
Okay.
then, if that's not enough for dessert, we're going to tiptoe over into the trisector report, where Brenda will talk about some of the things that's been going on in the Mo3 and in the B sector, because y'all been cutting up and we're going to address it. So if one or two or three of those things don't satiate your appetite, I don't know what to tell you, but that's what me and Tony got for you today. Okay, look, this is a copyright disclaimer because I will be using some of these good people's information. Okay, but the first person I'm going to use, who I know would not strike me, is the boss, one Mr. Den Mahia. Okay. Salute everybody coming in the building. Look at Hood. Hood, I should block you. Okay. Thank you for putting Tony's link in the chat. If you guys have not already, make sure you go ahead and you sub to the good girl Tony. She doesn't go live a lot, but we getting ready to change that. Okay. Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right. But when she does go live, it's a vibe, and we have a good time over there. Okay, babies. All right. Now listen, listen, listen. Wait. Listen. I'm gonna catch you up today, Stacy. That's why this is good. This is a shift It's a little bit of something for everybody. Okay, so let me go ahead and present, and let me get Mr. Den Mahayer. Honey, y'all listen. So here's the thing. Here's the thing with this. Let me just preface this by saying that Mahia found some audio. Now they were actually on the live at the time this was happening. And I don't know if they was high or what was going on with KEWON. This is KEWON talking in the video. We have verified that, right? You know that we are in the midst of um, people being charged with the uh, being a part of the unaliving of Mo3. Yella Beezy has been charged with that crime, correct? Now, Kiwan, who is also a suspect in said trial, is on this video that I'm getting ready to play that Mahia presented to us earlier today, which is called The Stir in the YouTube Streets. Now, you should know that while I'm playing this recording, the similarities. Now, Mahia was not saying that this was him basically confirming that he did that he participated in it, but please make sure that you guys pay attention to some of the key things that he says in this. And I'm gonna stop it as we go along. All right, let me go back and see if I can make this large. Yeah, I won't be all in my business. Hold on.
It's always said that if you get PLX from the inside, you don't get 5 bands. That's all. Yeah, yeah. But look, this how PLS used to be, but they burnt that shit up. Nah, that shit not burnt up. You just gotta stake out for like a week.
Now I stopped it already, y'all. He's mentioning PLS. For those of you who don't know, PLS is a check cashing place. Okay? And they're going to be referencing them hitting a lick. Listen to what he is saying, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about some of the similarities of what he's talking about. They don't, I don't know if they have in all states, but they definitely have PLSs here in New York City.
I got pace. I can do shit like this. This how this my first death case on guard, nigga. I hit for a money bag. Like this, what they used to do. They used to have regular people come out with a bag to take to the store. You feel me? Late at night and regular cars. We used to follow. So boom, one nigga came out. Boom, we followed. Alright, boom. Then they go to a store. My mom, he went right to the store right there. We happy in the bit.
See, I seen three at the store. When I seen them at the store, we took out the same way. That Camaro was at the store, with us. See, that's the whole play. The Camaro was at the store with us.
Hop out. When he hop out, I hop out. Boom. I snatched the bag, big ass money bag. They owe 40,000 at home.
Also had an opportunity to review bank records of the defendant, Marquise Conway. These
See this,
records
guys?
show that the defendant drew $40,000 in the days following the murder.
Okay, let me pause it right there. Did y'all hear that? Okay, now Marquise, also known as Yella Beezy, who was recently charged with putting a bounty, as you can see right here, the 40K in the unaliving of Mo 3. Okay. Hey Sakase, salute. Um Here in court, they are showing bank records where 40K was taken out to pay for the hitters, the people who were sent to unalive Mo 3. Now, do I think that they're talking about the same incidents? I don't. But do I think that there are patterns and similarities to everything? I absolutely do. Do I think that this recording that we're listening now will somehow make it to show the courts some of the patterns of Yellow Beezy? Absolutely. I think that it is yes for me, honey. In a beautiful world, that'd be possible, but I probably would tear this world apart. Um, yeah. So Tony, tell me so far, do you have any thoughts on what you've heard?
Okay, what I was gonna say was, what when initially when we were just talking about it, this the dollar amount alone is reason for pause.
Right.
I mean, it's a clear similarity, and honestly, at this point, I mean, it looked like it's a
Hmm.
whole lot of hands and a whole lot of talking and a whole lot of oh man, Brenda.
Yeah.
I'm so interested to see when the trial starts what we are
Mhm.
going to hear. Like when they really get into it for real. Like,
Right.
what we're going
Because
to hear.
at this point it's a lot of assumptions. But if you ever seen any other court cases when it comes to rappers and celebrities, the judge or the opposing attorneys usually like to show that there is a history of patterns with certain people.
Exactly.
And this 40K, them having the conversation about this lick, I feel is going to be introduced into evidence, but I could be wrong. But let me go back and finish playing this. It's not a long video.
of melanoma. And for the record, that was a cash withdrawal.
Look at Devin.
These records would
See the
correspond
alleged snitch.
to the exact amount
I told y'all Devin
which
snitch.
the state's witness would testify to.
Got the
Boy,
numbers
that
of
my first death case. Cause they was on the death. I ain't draw them down and then on guard. But this one they first put tractors in the bag. So when we was trying to get open the bag, like the police was tracking that hoe already. Boom, open that hoe. I took off running though. Nigga snitched on me. You feel me? They caught me. I got away, but he snitched on me.
I'm going to forget about me right now. I'm knowing I'm counting me all the way out, sticking out. I ain't never won a game in the first quarter. You know, you got to go all the way through. God work miracles. Real niggas do real things. Shout out to the guys, man. My best friends, sisters, and brothers. Shout out to the family. I'm good and extended. I love all y'all, no cap. You know what it seems, so y'all just keep watching the movie. Just know everybody gonna have to stand on the road they play and the choices they made. I've been giving niggas head starts and laughing them in the same race. Shout out to God, I'm blessed and happy favor. 06 on my end. Y'all know them three letters. GRC that. I don't know when, but the day I come home, what's up? Somebody tell my kiddos I said I love them. Oh yeah, tell Shorty we ran out with my 15K, my chain, my Cuban link bracelet, and my car. You gonna reap what you sow, and you gonna pay what you owe. I promise you that. God works in mysterious ways. Ain't nobody ever got down on me and got away with it. I ain't gonna say no names, but you know who you is. But on another note, what's to come better than what's been? What's nice come twice. These two shall pass. So I get up with y'all in a minute.
Yeah,
Hey, cynical one. Salute, go go.
it's certain nigga. But if I get like an M or another ag added to my shit, I'm going out with a bang on guard. I ain't going back to jail for this shit. I'm gonna shoot
You
it out
hear
with
him? Did you hear him?
Mm-hmm.
You hear what he just said? If
Mm.
he hit another lick, baby, he can't give you $1. He ain't going back, baby. He's shooting it out. Okay. Anyway, you talk too much. When this video first started, you talk too much. But just wait. Keep listening.
I'm sorry, I'm typing.
You good?
oh God, I'm gonna shoot it out. I'm gonna shoot at they car till they try to blow their off.
He talking about shooting at cars. You hear him? All right.
Out there on wall, get your boy and run. You ain't gotta hide on guard. I be walking past the law. I go way down the street, turn around and walk past them hoes. My mom, I did that a lot of times. Like I don't know, like I be on my phone playing this shit, or I just weed and them. I break the house too.
Yes. Bro, you on live. Ain't nobody get on my
Y'all heard that? These motherfuckers was live. You hear me? They was on live. Yeah, let me go. You talk
Wow.
Please
too
show
much.
me.
You talk too much.
That's what
Ain't
I was just
nobody on here.
a whole lot of talking.
We all in love talking about this
Right.
shit.
So
Let's
I guess one would go, how would anybody get this audio of them talking this much about actual felonies, felonious behavior? Well, ladies and gentlemen, they were live.
Wow.
You know,
What
look
is
and
the
listen to
motivation behind that shit though? Like, oh, I'm so
some bad weed. That's what I be telling y'all. What's your weed intake? And they lacing it with stuff. A little finny, a little fenty.
I don't know if it's the weed, man. I think it's all those other.
The pills.
Yeah, I
Mm,
think it's the pills. I
mm,
think it's that
mm,
stuff right there because they're
mm.
they're on them heavy. Pills are
Yeah, listen.
definitely the new crack rock.
This is almost over. Listen to the guy. Listen what his friend tells him.
Yeah, y'all going down. No cap.
Right.
Hold on, no, we're not ready for you yet, Woo. No, we ain't ready for you yet, Woo. Excuse me.
You.
Let me stop sharing. Wait, no, not I made her bigger. Hold on, girl. Let me get myself together. Oh, please.
So
We're going to Neo next. Let me see which. We're going to this one next. Well, let me pause it because we're not
let
there
me just
yet.
say this while we're going to the next thing. Weed has
Hmm.
helped me talk too much.
Yeah,
That is
see?
not something that it does. Like I am more
No.
likely to not say a word for a solid 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's why, yeah, so you're right. I'm with you when you're talking about the pills. You know what I mean? It's something that this, hey, if you guys are going to be doing these large scale felonious crimes involving hitting a lick with check cashing places, and if you get more, then you're not going back. You're going to shoot it out involving caught. Probably um don't do pills. You
Yeah,
know,
because
probably
what?
don't. Because you
First of
just
all, $40,000.
correct.
You know what? Never mind.
Hmm. Yeah, Tony.
I'm not going to bring up the fact that that is not a substantial enough amount of money to die
No.
over. Because if you get it and you walk away maimed with
Right.
one good elbow and a half of a pinky toe, say you
What
live, say you get
is
off scot free and you get the money, it's $40,000.
but let's think about the young lads who got convicted in hey King Cooper, good to see you. Um who got convicted in the Dolph case, got away with $500 and an IOU that the
My,
block is hot.
my God,
Huh?
today.
Huh? Not the
Every
block is hot.
criminal that
Hmm?
ever did something like that for money
Yeah.
rolled over in their grave or in their jail cell.
Yeah. Hmm. Got to give me at least half up front. Oh, it's not going to be done. And that's just me. Because I'm putting my life in like, oh, Brenda, you can run away. Yeah, but you can get off me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. To me, I just feel like we're not making these kind of deals. I'm not putting my life on the line to kill, oh, excuse me, oh Lord, to unalive somebody. And I end up getting $500. They couldn't even hit you up with a whole band. Yep. And now look at your life. You on
500.
TV for yeah, the Dolph case. Hmm? Yeah, you know, Brenda, I gotta. Yes, yes, you do. It's good to see you, though, King Cooper. Yes.
Might be
Hmm.
an electric bill and a week's worth of groceries. Maybe.
Girl, I can't do nothing with $500.
That's getting blown so fast. I'm gonna blow 200 of that before I get where I'm going.
Half of that is my hair. Tony, I just
We're
felt the way just now.
talking regular Saturday morning leaving the house 500 cash.
I know I was doing my budget today and I said, I can't continue living like this. Friend.
Better learn how to get on some YouTube videos, Brenda. Some
You
DIY.
know? Yeah, yeah, Tony, I'm your friend anyway. I will talk about it later.
Okay.
Anyway, so now we're getting ready to go into get ready to talk about something. Now, at least listen. One thing that I love about my guests, and why I have the good girl Tony on here, is that everybody we think differently, and I love that, y'all. So recently, I think maybe the last decade, polyamorous relationships have really become a thing. Now, we're going to talk about someone in particular who has recently taken on not one, not two, not three, Tony, but four,
Quattro.
quattro
Yes.
women. Okay, the King Cooper, don't do drugs. Um, quattro women into his stable. He is known as the R&B singer, also producer and writer. Okay, one Neo.
Mhm.
Now, if we know anything about Neo, we know he has a sordid past when it comes to his relationships. Okay, he's been all up, down, and through there. Okay, but apparently, and I'm going to play this video from Entertainment News. Because my good friend, she gave me this. Okay, um. He has found his what's it, his sweet spot, Tony.
Yes, if
He's
you
found
will.
his sweet, if you will. We'll see how true this is. Okay.
Because you get diabetes. Sheesh.
But he gonna get, I don't know if he's gonna get diabetes, he
Girl,
gonna
you
get
don't
something
get
fresh.
sugar, girl.
So I'll be stopping this. This is a short one too. This is about 2 minutes. And then there's another video that I want to talk about where he had a nice little sit down with Angie Martinez. And I found three little places in that video where I just want to cop a squat and we can discuss it. But I'll play this first.
Oh, okay.
Neo dropping a major love bomb, confirming his polyamorous relationship on Instagram.
I love her cause she got her wrong.
I'm putting this
She got
copyright
her
strike this music.
wrong.
The Miss Independent singer introducing not one, not two, but four women he's dating, writing, "Since the world is so intrigued,
Breaking up. Oh, it's buffering.
I guess I should introduce my loves properly. Ladies
Child. What's happening?
and gents, I present my pyramid."
You make me wanna sing a love song loud enough for everybody to hear.
Child.
Neo's in real life love song features Ariel Hill, Brianna Williams, Christina, and Money. And the romance seems to be strong, with three of the women referring to each other as wives on their shared IG account dedicated to their unique relationship.
I grew up in a house full of women. I was raised by all women. My mother, sister, grandmother, 5 aunts, and me till I was like 16. So if one thing that I learned is that respect is not optional. It's not something that you choose to give or don't give. It's something that you give, and you give that person the opportunity to keep it or lose it.
So, how does that
Now, y'all remember, now pay attention to what he's saying now about respect not being optional. Okay? Now y'all remember this because we're gonna see how much disrespect goes both ways. When he, Mm. Friend, I was listening to that interview with him and Angie.
I want to hear more of that because I only heard the snippet. And
Oh, friend.
I
Oh,
do that.
friend.
I always intend to go listen to the full thing or at least more of it, and I didn't get a chance to, so I want to hear that.
Now you know this about me, Tony. I am kind of, listen, I don't know why it's happening now. King Cooper, mind your business, okay? Now, I'm kind of down the middle. I'm not a, uh, wait, what? Oh, that's me. I've listened very much to men's interests as well as women's. I'm one of those girls who will listen. But I'm telling you, when y'all hear this Angie Martinez interview, I'm gonna start asking some questions of the audience. And you guys tell me, what y'all think. Well, let me finish playing this because baby, it was very interesting.
their five-way relationship work? Neo breaks down their dynamic on Big Boy Neighborhood's radio show.
Who schedules? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is it a my schedule because I'm the busiest? You know, I'm the one that always got something to do. And they're like, nights are random. It's
You heard that first, me?
random, but
Mine.
I'll go, all right.
hmm
So, for example, on this tour, I'll let this one come out for 7 days, then she go home. Then this one come out for 7 days, and then this will come out for 7 days, and then we do something all.
Okay, now Tony. Good girl, Tony.
Hmm.
That means by the time it wraps back around to you, how many more 7 days have passed? So you
Babe.
had just 7 days,
It
and
just
then there's three
where
other
you are
women.
on the calendar. Because see,
Yeah,
that's
so
the thing is that that is not going to work like that. You're talking about women,
mhm, women with emotions and and
women.
and month and cycles and
Say yes,
mm,
all of that.
so you get your 7 days, and then there's 21 days. Oh, five. Oh, the movement, Big China. What's the word? Yes, the Tony's up here with me, China.
Hi, China.
China, China, we up here talking about polyamorous Neo and it's four women. Yeah. Oh, wait, tennis. Just stick right there now. Yo, they can't have men and they can't
Let's
have a
go ahead.
side piece.
Play the next one and we'll finish.
Okay. Hold on, let me finish
Hear that
saying
part for sure. I know.
it.
Together. Yeah.
As for Neo's 8 children, he tells the Ricky Smiley Morning Show they're aware of his relationships.
I'm not lying to nobody, not even my children. Hey, this is daddy's girlfriend, and so is that, and so is that, and so is that.
You got no
And
problems
she
here,
gonna make
sir.
you some cereal, and she gonna cook lunch, and she gonna wash your
Come on,
clothes,
y'all. Come
and it's
on,
all
I
man.
know it's
good.
Neo's
buffering. I
love
don't know
pyramid
why. What was
comes
that?
3 years
I'm sorry, y'all. I don't
after
know
his
why this is
divorce from
happening.
ex-wife Crystal Renee.
If you are in a relationship and you don't want to be in a relationship, you're never going to give your all to that relationship. You're never going to be for that person who they need you to be. So don't lie to yourself. Be honest with yourself. If you know that that's not what you want to do, then by all means cut the tie, because it's just going to get more and more toxic until y'all eventually start resenting each other, and then there's almost no going back
Those
from that
blues
place.
do not match.
Stop it, Tony. Okay, let me pause that, y'all. So that was that. So tell me your thoughts, Tony. Tell me your thoughts.
Okay. So, oh God,
Hmm.
I'm so I'm s- I'm
Do
so kind of all over the place with this because
do you want me to play some of Angie's?
yeah, I kind of want to hear
Okay,
it all.
yeah. Okay, so let me get into Angie's because baby, this Angie Martinez is a real girl. Because and then we'll talk about my feelings because polyamorous relationships to me is really dominated. It's a little selfish to me, but I'm gonna let you hear what she has to say. Unless it's something that women just choose, decide that it works for them because of where they're at. I mean, look at Cheryl Lee Ralph, right? She doesn't even live in the same home as her husband, and that works for her. And maybe for some women it could work for them because they don't really need somebody in their space all the time. But
Yeah,
to me, I think of maybe coming home and just having one of those days and it not being my day.
and it
Okay,
not being your day, and see
correct.
that's
Okay, how come I'm not? Oh, okay, because I didn't share the screen. Okay, never
okay.
mind.
Accessibility to your partner is
Right.
important if you're calling this person your partner. And if you don't have the option of and the convenience and the opportunity to say, okay, well, he's not available, so I'm going to call him. If that's not an option for you,
Right.
I don't know how this works.
Hmm.
Is
Okay,
my
so let's listen. Let me see if I'm at the place. Let me see if this is. Okay, so listen here, this first part. See?
Please do
Want
not.
me to pause it there?
This is
Yep.
not me downing
That
monogamy.
that's the part that I wanted to get at.
yeah,
Right, Big Rig? Salute, honey. Um,
one relationship is a lot of work if it's an
right.
actual relationship. So see,
Correct.
this is the thing. I need to know more about the dynamic and what the women expect of him. Because
Hey, best friend.
if hey best friend, if they're okay with having 7 days with him where he showers with them with gifts and maybe they have really good sex and
Hmm.
you know whatever they want to get from it, they're getting from it
Hmm.
and they're cool with um doing whatever they're doing when he's not with them. I don't know that I'm convinced that they're
Hmm.
just waiting for their next 7 days. I don't know that I'm convinced.
Yeah.
Eh, and
According to him, he said that that's one of the things, and I don't know if I actually got that part here because I went to a certain part in the video and I don't want this to be one of
but let's
those
just
super
go
long
with
lives.
that, though. Let's just
And
say what he said because he said it. We know we heard it.
yeah, yeah,
He said that the women in these situations are not allowed to mingle with
date
other.
other men.
They're not
Correct.
to do that. That is not a part of it. He said that when they began these situations or
Hmm.
relationship, the women
Correct.
said they wanted to be monogamous to him, and he was
Hmm.
not required to be monogamous to them. Okay, so
He said that's what they signed up for.
yes, and he said that's what
Hmm.
they signed up for. So that means you're not allowed to be with other men. However,
Correct.
however,
Hmm.
I would really love to know how he knows what
While
they're
he's off on the road in the
doing.
other woman's coochie and giving her 7 days.
Honey,
Correct.
7 days deep. I
seven
want to
days.
know how you know what they're doing, and is it just okay? Well, you don't have a reason to think otherwise.
And now, mind you, Tony, he is shape shifting, and that might be a bad word, and y'all can curse me out later, but you literally have to switch your hats to this woman's dynamic because you have, like he said, four women, four different personalities.
You know, Brenda, I don't know if
Tony,
you put too much on it because I don't think he's doing that. He seems very self-centered, and that's.
okay, I didn't want to say that though.
But I think that they're shape shifting for him when he's around.
Look at Tree. Tree said that he got the location tracking on.
I think so too, Tree, because that's the narcissism of it. You know what I'm
It
saying?
is. This is
I
very
think
narcissistic.
that this man knows exactly what they're doing when they're not with him. That's the only way he can speak
Mhm.
that confidently, publicly.
Right. And so this to me in a way is an ego boost to him. And I think Tree said earlier or in the chat that this is a rebellion from his relationship, right? So Tony, do you think in some way this helps him rebuild from I guess whatever
Well,
hit?
there's a couple of things I think are happening as to why
Okay.
he's choosing this. First of all, I was having a conversation about Neo with a man the other day, and his
Hmm.
initial reaction was, "Ain't he gay?"
Oh my
Okay,
Lord. Oh,
right now
oh.
let me break it down to you like this: as a
Hmm.
female who loves R&B, and I love male R&B singers, you
Hmm.
know, I love them for the most part. There's not too many of them I hate. Neo is one that I have always disliked before his divorce, before his quadruple relationship, whatever. Before
Hmm.
any of that, I just never cared for Neo. I like his
Either. Yeah.
I like the songs that he has written. I like
Hmm.
Independent Woman remix with Fabulous and all.
Not being specific.
That's really the only song that I'm just like, oh, I love the Neo song, you know? But I'm not a Neo fan, and I've always thought he was
Look at this one.
slightly feminine.
Now he seem a little bit.
Yes, I thought he was, but he said in that one interview, buffering when he said it, but he said that he was raised in a house full of women, and that was my first time learning that today, like five women or something. So, okay, that makes a little more sense because one thing about Black women raising the only boy in the house, it can go
Hmm.
a few ways, but for the most
It
part,
can.
when I've seen it,
Correct.
I've seen them cater to him,
Hmm. Yes.
grandmama,
Hi,
aunties,
Tosh.
all of them
Yep.
cater to what
Mm.
he needs.
Right.
This is literally now a part of his DNA.
This is that. Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So that puts
Hmm.
me in a different headspace about it because at first it was coming off really arrogant and really like
Hmm.
self-centered and selfish. But then I realized like, no, that's literally who he actually is. He's getting back to his roots. And now he
Yep.
can do it as an adult man with women who are accepting of him. If as long as they are happy and they are having all the orgasms and going on the shopping trips or whatever it is they're doing.
I don't even think it has to be the orgasms.
I don't think they think about that either.
I think that most women crave a desire to be
I know.
stable, right? Most women crave stability. Hey, Happy Life. Hey, Bronze. So financial stability, I think, is attractive to a lot of women. And
Yes.
if he's providing that for these four women, along with, did you see him plugging, kind of pimping them out? I don't want to say that, but I didn't really like the
They're
fact
visible. Their names are out there. Their social. They have their own social media page together.
they're making money. He's putting them out there to make their
I
own money.
I can't listen. Let me tell you
Yes.
something, Brenda. And they
Uh,
only have to deal with him ever so often.
correct. So this might be a win, Tony.
That's what I was trying to say, Brenda.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
gotta see.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Might
They
not be a bad deal. Hold on. I'm going to find out where we might be able to sign up. Hold on. Let me stop.
take
Oh,
care of that
wait.
man for 7 days, and you might be good for about 6 months, sis. I
I
don't.
don't, I don't, I don't want that big head over me. But anyway, whoever, yeah, I can't. That ginormous
Oh,
head. Hold on. Let me.
let me say something else though before you go to the next one, because you
Yeah,
mentioned his previous marriage.
yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me pause it. Okay, okay. It's not moving. Good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So Crystal, his ex-wife,
Correct.
this is
That
something
was
else
a di-
when I
that
talk.
was a disaster.
Right. Well,
Right, Tosh? The girls are winning.
Crystal was in an adult film before he married her, right? Did you know that?
Oh no. Jesus
She
Lord.
was. So, if I'm not mistaken, he cheated on his first wife or his baby mama with her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. And so
Right.
another thing that I heard him say in that interview before that was buffering was that he made the mistake before of lying and sneaking and doing all these things
Right.
instead of just being honest with himself and with his partner.
Right. He didn't want
So
to do that again anymore.
he didn't want
Correct.
to do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So that is like I have to respect that.
Yeah. No, I do. I do understand, but I also think that he doesn't realize that, to me, and the way he's masking, not dealing with kind of what his prior issues are. And that's just me being a assumption. That's my assumption, right? I could
Mm.
be a little presumptuous in saying this, right? Because I feel like, did he really deal with some of the issues that came out of those relationships and that kind of stuff? Because now, right, you didn't deal well with those relationships previous, okay? Because whatever you guys are dealing with. So now you're taking on four different personalities, four different other human beings, right? And I'm gonna further show you like what how he feels that he's offering them something. And to me, in a realistic world, there's no way possible that man is meeting the needs of those four women. But King Cooper was in here telling me, mind my business, let that man live his dream. And I don't want to ruin that man's dream. If that man wants to go, like we got Gavin out here in the Mo3 sector, okay? Gavin is out here polyamorous. I think he actively has two women pregnant. I don't know what man in their right mind would want to have two hormonal women
In one household.
in one household.
And he is
Godspeed.
a different breed of man, but he got that DNA in him, like,
Hmm.
from the motherland, right? Isn't this like
Yeah.
okay?
Well, tree for me, it can't be two queens in one castle because we're gonna fight. It's never gonna work. Because
Yeah,
you're never gonna tell me how the dishes should go in the cabinet. Because I don't who you talking to,
I
right?
don't
I'm that kind of girl.
find a real woman though, because like real has nothing to do with whether you're willing. Because like we just got through saying these women might have different reasons as to why.
Correct.
Okay, with him not being dependent in terms of romance, love, and all the things you would get from an
Hmm.
intimate partner, right?
Correct.
We don't know what these women want or need in life.
You're
So we can
absolutely
say they're
right.
not real women because they don't require a man be with them every day, only with them, marry them, dedicate
Right.
themselves to them. We can't say they're not real women because they just at this point in time today don't require that of this particular man.
Right. Chef disaster salute and welcome.
Pastor.
Okay.
Mm.
And I keep hearing me, 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 me.
Yes, you
me.
would have to be someone who thinks you are the sun and the moon in
Mm,
order to do this. Even if it's not how you really feel about yourself and you just need that many women around you to make you feel that way,
mm,
you have to have something in you that's saying, like, no, it's about me. But I'm telling you, he was raised that way, Brenda.
mm. Like I just like listening to this interview. I kept on saying, okay, but there is a part in this interview, and I don't know if I caught it. I'm going to play this again, where he said that he offers each of these four individual women growth and learning and teaching them, which, excuse me if I'm a little pessimistic, right? Hey, Lady my baby, it's hard
Right,
for me to believe
right, ladies.
that he's able to give four individual women all of that because he's spreading himself thin. Plus, he already admitted to being extremely busy.
Let me just tell you this. We already know he's not giving these women everything that he needs when he's saying there's one that I can have intellectual conversations with. There's one that I laugh all day with. There's one that blah 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 because he's not even he's not spending enough time with them individually to know if there's one of them that offers all of those things.
The quads. Hell, the quad. He's gonna be
Exhausted. But like or
exhausted.
what happens when he does meet a woman that does all of those things?
Well, he said now also, and let me see if I caught it. Thank you, La Lazy baby.
Oh,
He
hey,
said she asked him, what if one of them, starts acting up?
they
He
got
said, well, he had to get you.
and they walking papers. Like we don't have to ask that question.
We put another one in there on your meal ticket,
So wait, wait,
ma'am.
wait. Before you start, I want one more question
Yes,
on what he just said. Because what
yes.
he just mentioned was we are not against us. So it is a we. So and I
Hmm.
want to mention that because to you regular, everyday, average Joes, no offense to average Joe. Okay. Y'all can't be thinking that y'all can do this and
Don't
the,
try this at home.
you're having the side conversation where this
Right.
is mad about that one is mad about this one, and you're taking it all in and then having to maneuver in between all of them. And remember that he's saying that they move as a unit. So if it's a problem, it gets discussed in front of the group.
Oh, Jesus. I don't have the wherewithal.
Now, he has to be a man that enjoys drama. That's what that told me.
Well, if he needs four women, you got to think that. I mean, there's no way you're going to be around four women and there be peace. You can't be looking for peace with four women. No way.
I don't care how nice everybody is.
Mm-mm.
You're only gonna stay
No.
like that for so long. Like that's just reality. Like four,
Yeah.
two
But
maybe,
what?
two
But
maybe.
it gets more interesting now.
Oh,
Tony, wait it. Oh, child. I mean, I said this man, honey, is going. I'm just gonna start calling him. Me,
needs
me, me,
that.
me, me, me. You
Keeping the
hear
boat
that?
afloat.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Wait, did you hear that, Tony?
My happiness,
Hold
lady.
on. I want to take that back. Let me take it back before y'all sign up. Well, we dropped the link where you can sign up to be a part of this glamorous package.
Anybody else. So
Mm-hmm.
as long
Yo,
as you keeping me happy, I'm gonna keep you
Shall I
happy. The
pause
day
it?
that that
that,
changes
Oh,
is the day.
he keeps going,
that was
Tony.
a full disclaimer right there, though. I just want to stop it right here because I get tired of. I love my sisters. I love y'all, but I get
Hmm.
tired of when shit happen. At the end, y'all be like, "I ain't even know." How you ain't know?
Not you ain't no.
How you ain't know that that man will cut you with the quickness, baby? You can get right up out of
He,
here
he
because
said, "Be first."
no, this whole
Mhm.
thing is only for my pleasure and happiness.
Thank you.
It is
He
at no
literally admitted that when it no longer makes when I'm not happy, if I have some form of displeasure, not if she's not happy, He ain't never said that you.
His
Yeah.
pleasure is only allowed to go so far. So, like, let's be clear about this. Like, women, like when you might just be feeling bitchy, and this is your man, and he'll
Mm-hmm.
tolerate you feeling bitchy. Like he has an extent. Like he'll let you like go. Within the bounds of respect, of course. I'm not talking about crazy bad shit relationship.
Right.
I'm talking
But you
about
only got a quarter of that because
yeah,
75% of that
that
is
shit is
already taken up. Yep. You don't got a full 100% because somebody else might be pissing him off. So your problem today, like, oh no, because so and so over here is being bitchy.
your 25% might really be at like 13%.
Correct, Tony. Hi, Indigo. Happy birthday.
Hi, Indigo.
hmm Yeah,
I didn't know it was her birthday. Happy birthday, girl. So yeah,
yeah,
you might have about 13%, and I would equate
yep.
that to a 13% charge on a phone battery.
And you might not know it could be your walking day because he done been pissed off by two of the other girls. Nope, just took him over the edge, Tony.
It's not hard though, especially if there's more, and especially because he keeps reminding us that he has money, power, and the ability to replace
Yeah,
you. Okay,
yeah, yeah.
this nigga been waiting his whole life to act like Wesley Snipes in New Jack City when he canceled his girlfriend.
So let me ask you a question, and this is for the chat as well. I feel like even as self-assured as you can be as a woman, right? Know yourself. I feel like polyamorous or polygamous marriages, and this is not, we're not talking about polygamous marriages, but we're talking about
Poly-
polyamorous, right? Polyamory. So I feel like it in some form, in some way, would kind of create a dynamic between women, even if they didn't want to try to one up each other. So even if you're not living in the same houses, right? I don't know how a dynamic would not be created where, well, I kind of want to be his best, or I kind of want to be this for him. I
Right.
don't know how you escape that, even if you feel amazingly self-assured, if you're accomplished in your life, if you've kind of vetted yourself through certain relationships. I feel like it's almost impossible to then get in this and not kind of want to be
Ways. It's only two ways.
right.
Let me tell
It's
you.
hard.
One
Yeah.
way, one way is if these
hmm
women are thoroughly enjoying their time together when he is not there.
hmm
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see, and that's a problem for me too because
Or,
like I don't want to be what like we gotta be spending time with each other when he's not around. Oh, God.
well, I think they might do that out of. He said three of them call. They said three of them call each other wives, right? So they have expendable money. They have time. So when he's with the one, the other two might be together, and this new one. I'm gonna tell you something because I read
hmm
body language,
hmm
right? His body language with that last one is a little different.
Some people already spoke about that too. So before this came to pass, I saw some footage of people actually talking about there's a difference that he has with one. Now, if we notice it, you don't think those other ladies notice it? And yes, I can say I do agree with you. During those 7 days, those girls is coochie popping on the handstand. Okay?
Yes, as
Yeah,
they
yeah,
should. That's what they signed up for. Like he said, it sounds very much like a position at Neiman Marcus. What else
right,
for? So yeah,
right, Tony. I don't want it. I don't have the wherewithal for that. Like to do all of that for that big rounded head. This man's head needs a. It's too much.
see, this
I
is the
want.
thing though, Brenda, because your maturity level, your value in yourself, all of that has reached a level to where you can't see it.
I can't do it.
We're talking about a different generation of women, so to speak, that might not have the promise that you had at their age. Okay,
Mm-mm.
you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So they have chosen this route. And that is not to say that these women aren't capable, smart, intelligent, talented women. I don't know what they do
Right. We
outside of
won't. Yeah,
him.
we won't do that. Correct. We don't know that. We don't know that. But I guess our question, okay, here's my thing, right? And my imagination, I'm a Sagittarius. My imagination is gonna go there,
Oh,
right?
wait. There's one that he's
Tony,
been with for years too, by the way, in the group. One of them he's been
right.
with for years.
So Tony, I don't know that I want to sit down and have tea and crumpets with you after I've known me and you've been riding on the same penis. I just don't want to sit across the table and have baguettes and give those things. I don't want to meet you in front of the Sephora to go pick out makeup for you to go and ride our man's shared penis. You know what I mean? I just don't.
So let
I,
me
I
ask
don't.
you a question.
Mhm. Yes, please.
Because there's a particular mindset that can
Mhm.
process and deal with that. Okay.
Correct.
We've
Yes.
even seen this in the dynamic of like women who marry like athletes and stuff,
Mhm.
and their husbands go have whole babies
Yeah, with
outside
other
the
women.
relationship,
Hmm.
and then they still stay with them and like accept the children and do
Yeah.
all that shit. So there's different levels to this.
Right.
Particular level. Again, we have to go back to. I really am kind of interested in knowing more about the women individually now, because what is your motivation for being? It has to be.
Lisa.
It has to
Huh?
be
What?
motivation.
The money, the stability.
But it's definitely not stability. We can say it's money.
Well, I mean, okay, for somebody who hasn't had financial stability before, they know that 5 or 6 or 10,000 is coming in a month, and that he knows that they're pushing them out there because okay, I don't know what some of these women's life are like, but they could have been previous groupies. This could be fun for them.
It could be. And then there's also this. Let's bring in the real world factor of this. Because there's a whole lot of women out here who ain't dating a NEYO that's definitely sleeping with a man that's sleeping with three other women.
Correct. That's very
Absolutely.
true.
And
Hmm.
you're not getting any of these benefits. Let's be
Correct.
clear about that.
Very
So
true.
if all hearts and my charts are clear,
Correct. Absolutely.
and you can trust that it's only these. My problem with his particular brand of polyamory is
Hmm.
that I detect a bit of greediness,
That's my problem.
and that is the biggest issue that I have with it, beyond his choice to date multiple women and then being okay with it.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem like there'll ever be a cap on it, and we're heading kind of
No.
in the Hefner direction.
He'll
And if
get
that's where we going, I just need to know that's where we going.
he will definitely get greedier and greedier because throughout this, it's like I'm very open to hear conversations about this because I know that there's this wave of people kind of moving towards polyamory and what works for them. And I also think polyamory is another way of people just wanting to be promiscuous and put a title on it. But that's not everybody. I'm just saying there's different dynamics to this. Okay.
Yeah.
But in the conversation that he had for E News, and then this conversation again with Angie Martinez, there's a very selfish component to this. And I'm telling you, what I feel is at the end of this, because there will be an end, because there will be an end. I think that the women are going to have a different story where he's been like, oh, it was amazing. Oh, we basked in joy. Oh, we had great vacations.
As
And
a unit,
right. And the women are struggling on the other side because maybe my family's having a gathering, but it's her 7 days. And so he can't make it. Or, hey, bestie. Okay, honey. Um, have a good day at work. But I'm just looking, I don't know. It just maybe the issue here, and maybe it wouldn't sound this way, and maybe it wasn't four, Tony.
yeah,
Maybe if it was two.
four is a bit excessive. I said that when I was talking about this before. It's a little bit. It's given very much greedy.
See? And then look, Nisa says this. It's like, see, he's been with them for
Yeah,
years. He never
yeah,
added more. Mhm.
yeah. And I actually was following him on Instagram right before he got with both of them, and when he got with them, and I kind of watched it develop into that, and it just so happened to work for him. You know what I mean? I feel
Yes.
like EO is just gonna recycle, like I not recycle, but cycle them in and cycle them out. I feel like that's
Hmm.
what we're gonna be looking at. That's why I said
Yeah.
Hugh Hefner type situation, because he has made a lot of money. He's made enough
Yeah.
money to live like that, like where
Yeah.
he can just If he wanted, when he gets too old to be flying around and moving around a lot, he could get his crib, build him a grotto, bring him in, and ship him out.
Yeah.
Some of y'all live for a year, some of you are here for 4, whatever.
Right. And please don't think because this doesn't work for me or this isn't something maybe that I'm interested in, I in no way am against other people wanting it to work in their life. Like if this works for him, which I think that he's going out on a limb. Like he just took off running. Four, let's get and we're off, honey. He took four
Okay.
and say, Tony, let's make this work. And in my mind, maybe he shouldn't have been so adventurous, but maybe that's how he's been all his life. That's maybe how he's got his music career off by taking
Something
chances.
to prove. His
Yeah.
ex-wife was in an adult film having a menage a trois with 2 women.
Look at what Tree said. Tree
He's
said one woman is enough. Neo just used to dealing with incomplete women. He even says it himself. He got one for yeah, he really did say that. Tree.
and he's comfortable with that because it reminds him that he's the most powerful and intelligent person in the world at all times,
Yeah,
which is narcissistic. But
yeah,
he's found a way to use his money to feed his for lack of a better term, mental incapacities, and we can feel how you want to feel about me saying that. But
right.
this could be some things you can fix. You can choose to work on and be better, and be like, I'm gonna work to try to be. And it's not even to say you got to be monogamous. What I'm saying is, why are you making them your girlfriends and calling it a relationship when you can just fly in and out of town and they'll make time to see you? No, you want to call them that so that they know that that's yours,
Correct.
whether you're there or not.
But they can't call anything theirs, and that's got to be a hell of a feeling.
That's crazy. Because it's
Mm-mm.
not like they can be like, that's my man, that's my man.
It's
That's
all
our,
of our men.
some of yours, some of mine.
Yeah, some of everybody's. Because baby, he could go out on the road and meet somebody else. Because the minute he said he feels like it's not going to, can you imagine feeling like the minute that he feels like, you get into an argument or something goes wrong, they could be like, all right, so what you getting ready to,
Mhm.
what you getting ready to do? Because he had three other options. You know what I mean?
That
I don't
person
know.
is the kind of person, though, that is concerned about his public image.
Mhm.
So if he feels threatened, which this is the reason probably why he wants to claim them, because that prevents the ability for them to just wild out and do some crazy shit,
Correct.
or for someone else
Correct.
access to them to influence them to do some crazy shit.
Hmm.
He's probably got the phone on lock. He's paying the rent. Ain't nobody got access to them, period, that he won't know about.
It's a little narcissistic, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, it is. Like, it is just is. It is what it is. But there are women who are built for this type of shit.
Yeah.
It's
God bless you all. Go with God. Okay. So I'm gonna stop there with the Neo. I will though loop the link to this on my community wall after this live is over. Because I don't want the first these shifts to be too long. So I am going to, y'all, this is where, hold on, let me take y'all back to the menu. Were you guys in here when I first put the menu up on the screen? Yeah, baby, welcome to the shift. We already talked about the KEWON audio in a parallel kind of little to the Mo3 case. And then we spoke on Neo, okay, and his polyamorous relationships. And baby, now if you will, lend me your ear. uh, We'll go to the trisector report. Because one thing about the shift is we're gonna give you a little something of everything when you come in here. Okay? Are y'all ready? All right, good. Hold on. Now, Tony, I'm gonna get this out of the way first so that me and you can get on to the other business of things. Okay?
Okay.
So you can go on mute for this, okay? Unless you wanna add something. So, guys, as I shuffle my feet over to the trisector report, Let us land early in the beach sector, guys. Okay. Um, it is what it is. Salute. It has come to my attention that the Easter Bunny might not be handing out eggs this Easter Sunday. Okay. But what will be happening is the good girl Tracy, with the T, is taking her bonnet and her good word, her Bible, and she's heading over to Pastor J. Wilson's church. That is what is on that's what's on the bulletin this weekend. Um, word on the curb is that her picture is up by the altar.
I just came off mute.
Hold on, let me get a beverage. Hold on,
Picture by the altar, like when you be stealing out the store and they put your picture and be like, if you see this woman,
absolutely, they have been given a word to apprehend her if she comes into the church. Now y'all know I like Tracy. I just do. I think she's hilarious. Okay, but Pastor J. Wilson he will not be harassed at his church. Okay, yeah, Tracy. Because Tracy said she is just coming to get the good word that the Savior has risen on Sunday. Do you understand? So Malik, salute, honey. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you would join me in prayer that this does not go awry, because I was told that Pastor Jay Wilson likes to call the police on people. Okay, and I don't want them dragging Tracy and her Sunday best out of that man's church.
hey, I'm gonna say this.
Baby, honey, are you hungry?
I think Tracy got a mark on her record for fighting at church already, and I think it was a funeral, so she
It
would.
was a funeral. That is accurate. Yes, yes, Stacy. Oh, honey, I asked you if y'all was hungry. Don't come in here if you're not hungry, because I'm gonna feed you. It's not over yet. So Pastor Jay Wilson and Tracy have been going back and forth and back with each other over the last 2 weeks that I've seen. It's probably been before that, but just hey, Lady Tia, I'm talking about Sunday service. Did you come in? Is that the communion for Sunday? Okay. We're trying to make sure that Tracy does not get arrested, but I don't really think that Tracy gives a damn. Okay. She said she's going there for the good work. Yes, Doc Clapping. Everybody bow your heads and send up a word of prayer. Okay. But I heard that her picture is with the ushers and the security. They are aware. The lady just wants to come in. Yeah, Easter is Sunday. Are you ready? I'm sure Tracy's going to take us with her for the ride. Huh? Will there be one? When
Mercy.
they ask him if they come down to the front, will there be one? Oh, Tracy, don't do it. Yup, Tracy might be going to jail on Easter Sunday. Ooh. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Him up there
Okay, and
with his eyes closed and just hearing her voice from the back of the church.
speaking of jail, y'all go pivot with me. Yeah, she don't bluff. But listen, Tia, pivot with me really quickly since we're speaking of jail. So the other day, my attention was brought over to a one Duke Farrow's page, okay? Fresh out of the hospital off of a heat stroke, Duke Farrow was calling out half of the most recent, and in particular, a one Cam Talk Too Much, who Duke affectionately termed him as Pam. He still wants to get his one in, Tony. So I was over there in the chat as Duke said they're still looking a little flush. You guys know Duke is fresh off of a heat stroke, okay? And was calling Pam, I don't even know what to call him, Tony. Calling Pam out to fight, meet him in Dallas.
All I
I
know is
said,
the thumbnail says, if you tell it, make your pocket swell.
I said, yes, he did, ladies. He had a heat stroke. I said, Duke, Don't go and meet that man. This time he's probably going to call the National Guard.
Lord.
What just happened to my computer? Okay, here we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
I said, yeah, he'll be done called the Army and the Navy and the Marines. Don't meet that man anywhere because I don't know how to get in contact. Anyway, it doesn't even hit Cam Indigo. Can't talk too much. The cop caller. Yeah, yeah. So I need Duke and his freshly heat stroking self to have to expeditiously have a seat. And then we were in Mahaya's earlier, and Duke, who was laying in the bed, okay, still trying to recover his strength, called out 713, Texas 713 to fight.
The
And I
fight.
told, yeah, you just hear me say he called
How
out
can
half the
you
whole three
recovery?
sector to fight? He's back in Texas and he wants to beat all of y'all asses. Everybody. I said, 713, you and your little legs, stay put. Don't you go nowhere trying to fight Duke. And Duke, you stay your ass in the house, okay? Man is fresh off of a heat stroke. The last time we saw Duke, it was a picture of him being carted away in a wheelchair in the hospital. I mean, this can't, yeah, 713 and his little legs.
I
He's
saw him
not a
after
fighter.
that. I saw him after that, cuddled up in that bed with that blanket.
He was nestled and tucked, snuggled. I think the lady with the purple toed pedicure had tucked him in
She had tucked
to
him,
rest. Tucked, nestled. Is that the tucked him? Here's a
nestled,
tuck.
tucked. All of
Nestle,
that.
a
This
nestle
is my thing though. How you calling out people to fight from your recovery bed?
is Duke. West Side Rider salute.
Why was I right at?
Because it's Duke. Right. Thank you, Lady Tia. Sit your ass down somewhere. Absolutely. Me and London was in the chat like, we don't approve of this. We're in the chat like, nope, we're not with this at all. But guys, hey, listen. I want to talk about. I have another video, guys, because just when you think Brenda can't aggravate y'all nerds anymore, here I am. So over on B-Ways on a one Tuesday night, maybe into early Wednesday morning, word got back to me that Woo, or as Rose calls her, Wooski, kept that boy down with the panel. Do you know who brought her down, Tony? Do you
Was it God, I just drew a blank on his name.
know?
The trucker? The trucker boyfriend?
Kareem,
Kareem.
her
Yeah,
ex, $100.
yeah. He sure did. I remember that. I was there.
I don't know, Tia. Doesn't Duke have high blood pressure? I believe so, Tannis.
Lord.
Yeah, yeah, he needs to sit his ass down. Okay.
You need to bring one
Um,
of Neo's girlfriends so they can make sure his blood pressure is good at all times.
well, guys, it seems that Kareem is back in full effect. He's back hitting panels again, and he didn't want to hear none of what Wu had to say. So he sent his $100. I believe that's what I heard. He sent $100 in to B Ways and got her down for the rest of the night. Okay. Um, but guess what, Tony? Wu wasn't too happy about that.
Oh Lord.
And Wu had something to say. Hold, please. And you're welcome in advance, guys.
Kareem want to hit the link and mind other motherfuckers' business. I don't know what's this jealousy issue that he got with South Dallas. But y'all can clearly see that Kareem been jealous of South Dallas since South Dallas been cracking 88, right? He even told me out his own mouth himself, out his own mouth, his motherfucking self, that he fell back from 88 because she started fucking on South Dallas, right? Told me that himself. He also told me that in front of her on one of his lives when she had said, Kareem, come hit the link and tell her that you don't want her and that she just a YouTube. He said, I'm gonna
Here
say
we
like
go.
and I love both of y'all. Yada yada yada. You know that little goofy shit he was doing that we had broke up on the first time. And that was that. And he said, I love Woo, I love me some Woo, but at the same time I'm gonna have to fall back. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. And he was talking about because it was behind South Dallas. So then we talked behind the scenes. And I'm
Wait,
like,
who,
so what's your
Kim?
issue with Brandon? I mean, you have an issue
Let
with
me
Brandon and
see.
South Dallas. Clearly you got an issue with
Where's the
everybody that
part?
ain't fucking. You know what I'm saying? Hey Leon. Hey Kelch, you might
Wait, hold
on
on,
this
y'all.
shit.
Let me make sure. I think I moved. I missed my part. Hold on,
I got
y'all.
into an argument with Pilot too. But the thing is,
Okay,
y'all would have
I'm
thought
sorry.
I
I went
was
too
screaming
far.
and
I
yelling and
went too
shit last
far.
night. When I stuck on my community wall post, I definitely meant I'm not doing all that screaming and that scratching and stuff like y'all think I am no more. That shit is dead. That shit is fucking dead. And I slightly passed the test last night.
Okay, yeah, I think it's coming now.
Malay was sitting up there gossiping, oh, that's what she be doing best, gossiping, being an old moth boss, smelling hoe.
Oh, Jesus.
And motherfucker Kareem wanted all the motherfucking smoke sitting up there lying through his teeth. See, Abubba was sitting up there. Shout out to Abubba, by the way, for how she clocked the fuck out of Peaches and got Peaches ass motherfucking together. Bitch, Peaches, you out here looking crazy than a bitch. You need to take a break or get the fuck up off here and find you something else to do. Because, honey, a bird just stubbed your motherfucking head on a goddamn platter last night, bitch. Bitch. Hey, I ain't think Abubba was like that, but if Bubba got to get like that, she gonna get like
Where's
that.
the
But she ain't even
part?
have to scream or rag drag and toe tag. She got her ass together as who the fuck that was been cracking 88, right? He even told me out his own mouth himself, out his own mouth, his motherfucking self, that he fell back from 88 because she started fucking on South Dallas, right? Told me that. He also told me that in front of her on one of his lives when she had said, Kareem, come hit the link and tell Wu that you don't want her and that she just a YouTube. He said, I'm gonna say like this, Queen. I love both of y'all. Yada yada yada. You know that little goofy shit he was doing that we had broke up on the first time. And
Y'all, I'm waiting for a
that
certain
was it.
part. Hold on. I think I
I
lost my
love
place.
Wu. I love me some Wu, but at the same time I'm gonna have to fall back. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. And he was talking. There's female shit, man. Starting female shit was Eddie Murphy laughing sounding ass. So I hit the link because it was 3 against 1. It was Gina. It was Peaches.
Damn it.
I don't see how the problem with everybody that was involved with. So we're not gonna just skip past that. So when he hit the link, he was trying to check out that something about there's female shit, man. Starting female shit was Eddie Murphy laughing sounding ass. So I hit the link because it was 3 against 1. It was Gina. Let's go get on their ass. So I had to think about it. I'm like, I'm not gonna argue with Gina. Gina just sent me a cash app and she gonna throw that shit in my Peaches ain't still a motherfucking word. But it. So then I dropped down, I stayed down for a little minute. I didn't come right the fuck back up at all. But I've noticed when he started getting back at South Dallas, clapping at him, on you, none of that shit. Like, what's your real issue with him? He couldn't even answer the motherfucking question. He up there walking around and questioning, arguing with me about other shit that have nothing to do with what I asked him. So, Bubba and B-Way, you think I'm finna leave this house with my person, ain't no deodorant and no pads in it?
Oh
Like, I'm
my
gonna make
God.
that
I'm so, y'all,
motherfucker
I'm sorry. I'm so annoyed at myself
actually now I
because
need 12 super stickers. But anywho, I'm not
there is a
gonna go all
particular
loud and
part.
obnoxious and raggedy like I be doing. I just
Now,
want to break
why
something
can't
down
I
from last
find
night.
this part? Y'all,
I'm
hold
pretty
on for me
sure
one
you
second.
was
I'm
over
so
there.
annoyed.
Max, where you are, where you not? By B-Ways. And let
Okay,
me know if
just
y'all
take
can
your
hear me
time and
good.
find it.
Mic check.
Huh?
I said just take your time and find it. We here.
Okay.
Hi, who Cam?
Oh, you crying? You got the crying emoji? No, that's for the happy poop comment. Y'all, mic check before I get in this. Oh, but bitch, Kareem was on that bullshit last night. Kareem was what I stuck on my community wall post. I definitely meant I'm not doing all that screaming and that
That part.
doing best
So thank you for
gossiping, being
putting
an
that.
old moth boss, smelling hoe. Break or get the fuck up off here and find you something else to do. Because I told her she got her ass together as who the fuck she is. On mouth his motherfucking self that he fell back from 88 because she started playing. I love both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. And he was talking about because it was behind South Dallas. Are you good? I mean, what's good? You good? Let's go, woo. He up there excited to see his woo. Let's go. So, Peaches ain't still a motherfucking word. Gina was, popping her shit at all. But I've noticed when he started getting back at South Dallas, clapping at him, everybody took a real issue with him. He couldn't even answer the motherfucking question. He up there walking around and questioning, arguing with me about other women. You think I'm finna leave this house with my hard-headed bitch?
Oh.
So now you want to come up his motherfucking hygienes. At the end of the day, no matter how motherfucking hygienes you came up cream, your feet and your breath still stank. And I stand on it. And I didn't even change my motherfucking shit last night. Yeah, he played. Talking about he bought me Dove. He put me on baby wipes and Dove. Bitch, I was a woman before I met you. I was a woman before I met you. You
Hey,
didn't think I knew
Tom.
what Dove and baby wipes was before I met you, bitch. I'm trying to tell you, trying to take a whole control narrative of the critics. So they started asking them smart people questions. Hold on. What?
Kareem.
Yeah.
He said he introduced her
So
to baby.
they started getting smart, asking them questions as if like, well, what did she smell like, Corinne, before you met her? Because you talking all this shit, but you still fuck that girl and
Okay,
ate
I
her.
think that this is the part it's
Oh,
coming
she didn't have a smell. She don't stink. So if I don't stink and I don't have a fucking smell, how the fuck did you put me on feminine hygiene products? Make that make sense. Let me tell you what else they popped him in the light, because a buffer was on his ass. A buffer kept telling me to calm down until she told me, you know what, we'll flame up. Fuck it, we'll flame up,
Okay, I
Booski.
think it's coming now.
And I saw that she was
Y'all,
getting
wait,
frustrated.
Tony.
She started laughing at him whenever I came at him or anything. She would laugh at his ass. Anything I sung, she was singing it with me, because I know I break out motherfucking singing like Max in a minute. So he had said that I don't know nothing about no wet wipes. I don't keep them. All right,
Oh
bet.
my
So
God.
check this out. I'm finna make y'all laugh. This motherfucker's a trucker, right? He have to keep wet wipes because sometimes he got to piss
Oh
and shit in his
no.
bucket if he can't make it to the
Oh
gas
Jesus.
station or to the stores. So you tell me this. You saying that I had to use your wet wipes, right? Then you gonna holler about some I peed on camera, then wipe my hands. Me and you pissed in your bucket. I ain't never shitted in this bucket. I pissed in this bucket in this truck.
I got today.
I had to use wet wipes to
What?
wash my hands, and you still ate my ass and sucked my fingers. So you want to call
Oh
anybody
my
nasty? It's
God.
motherfucking you, bitch. You're nasty. It wasn't no
Oh
motherfucking
my
way you want to
God.
fucking suck on somebody. And you ain't even got no motherfucking hotel room. You just drives in your truck
You
pissing in the motherfucking goddamn water bucket. Okay? Then you gonna try to lie and say I shitted in that bucket. One thing about me,
sorry,
if I got a
Candace.
motherfucking shit, I shit privately. I'm not finna shit with the door open. I'm not
She
motherfucking
shit
finna shit
privately
in front of
for
no
your
fucking body, because I'm
information.
finna shit in your truck in a bucket in front of you, bitch. And I know my shit funky. I know my shit is funky, bitch. I drink and I smoke. So, bitch, I smell like a
This is not
refinery when
even
I
the
fucking
part
shit. Don't
though.
fucking play with me like
Hold
that,
on.
pussy
The
ass
part is
nigga.
still
You know that
coming.
shit never happened. I never even have a bowel movement around this bitch. So then they
Wait.
asked him the most famous question that was supposed to be asked. Why do you have a bucket and wipes if you not shitting in your truck? So
Oh
Bubba
God.
asked, she was like, so why you got that cut off water bottle? Because if you're a man with a dick, you're gonna point your
Right,
penis
Nisa.
inside that body. You don't got to cut it. You cut it because you point your ass in it and shit in it, bitch.
Oh.
Then lied on you and said that motherfucking you shit in your bucket in front of me in your truck, because that never happened. I wish the fuck you would. But the fact that you lied, and I had to say, I told both of them, I said, I'm not gonna sit up here and do all this lying like he doing, y'all, because clearly I can see who's the fucking liar. Never had a shit in his motherfucking truck. You're a fucking liar. Now,
Right,
perhaps
Woo.
if I'm not in that motherfucking truck, he definitely shit in that damn bucket. Because I ain't no fucking way the way where he be parked at, he can't make it to the bathroom in time. I'm dead ass serious. So then he proceeds to go on, and they asked us about our sex life. This
Let's
motherfucker
go.
came
This is
out
the
here
part, y'all. Y'all,
for
listen to this.
goddamn like you singing like a motherfucking woman, bitch. And that's
Listen.
my story never changed about this shit. I had this bitch singing like a fucking woman. He moaned like
That's
a bitch.
singing.
Just listen,
Woo,
Tony.
woo, oh my God, woo. It's so tight, so good. I'm gonna marry you. I wanna marry you. Ooh, woo, 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 woo. Fucking play with me, bitch. And that's not
Don't blame her, bitch.
exaggeration. That motherfucker's a bitch in bed.
Wait, that's the part. I didn't know I came this far. Let me tell you something. That's the.
And you woo woo woo.
She said, Kareem, come to the front of the room, my guy. She said she had your toes curled and you was crying like a little biatch.
And
Hold
hit
on, let me go back. Hold on, y'all.
falsettos.
Falsetto.
Ooh,
Hold on.
ooh,
Let's
baby.
hear that.
Me, bitch. And that's not exaggeration. That motherfucker's a bitch in bed. A ho ho.
She said you's a
I
bitch.
said, bitch, you gave me some pussy. Your dick is little. You gave me, you scissor me. You gave me some pussy.
No, I gave
Huh?
her some.
Ooh.
Want to go there? You really want to go there? They ain't gonna talk about, I'm gonna start telling shit I ain't
Hold
told. I
on,
said, what you got?
right
And
there.
you want to
Let me
call
hold
somebody
it.
funky? I said, was I ever funky?
Now, Woo,
Huh?
we can't let you rock with that.
Huh?
Only because you came on here and told us that he had your poom poom swole up.
Yeah, that she did say that. But
She,
she said it low. She
but
said
what
it low,
I'm trying
and
to
it was more like a coochie. That's what Boo said,
was the poom
Tony.
poom swole up because he just wouldn't. He wanted to keep going, or because
That's what she
he was
said. She
okay.
absolutely
So
said that he was
it
like
was a
he
good.
was what did she call him? I don't know. She had a name for it, but she said he just kept wanting to go and she was sore.
Okay,
But
didn't
but
have
she
to
said
do big just because
she
he wanted to keep going.
said she was definitely a bitch and
Oh, but keep
Correct.
going.
You know you finna put your own foot in your goddamn mouth, right? So you try to hurry up to clean it up. So bro went above and both said, so what was funky? Well, pussy was funky. He was like, no, it was never funky. I fucking show funny fucking say. But I know your breath did stink and your feet. So bro was like, so he
Jesus
ate your coochie and
Christ.
his breath stank. No,
Yeah.
breath was let me tell you something.
Oh, his
My
feet.
coochie ain't make his breath stink. If you look when you was showing the motherfucking goddamn hygiene products, I know you saw a hot bottle of Dr. Tishner on the fucking bed. And why the fuck do you use Dr. Tishner's? Because you got a hole in your motherfucking mouth. With a hole in your mouth, it funk
What?
your breath up.
What?
Okay? I ain't never kissed this man
Hold on,
with
I
my
gotta
tongue in his mouth because his breath was funky. And he used to ask me, why am I not a kisser? I
Lord
wait, hold on a minute.
help me.
Tony, wait, I got some tears. Hold on a minute. I don't have to this I'm sorry, y'all. That's the part I was trying to get to because
Petitioners or whatever, child.
what do you mean he got a hole in his mouth?
Don't
What
know
the
nothing about none of that right there. I
and
can
what
still
was wrong with his feet?
use Listerine,
Hi, Rose.
and he should be using those wet wipes on his feet.
I don't think wet wipes is going to help. It sounds like there's some kind of slip.
Get that funk, get that little first layer of funk up off of there though. Like li- listen, when they was arguing about them wet wipes though, bro, I was
Oh.
so weak because he was like, every woman should have wet wipes. And Bubba was like, why? Like
Right, why? What,
you
right?
clean it before you go where you going. Like what?
Because
Why?
what are you doing with all those wet? Oh,
And I
I
had
don't know. Lady Tia, stop giving that man excuses. She said he has a hole in his mouth. Look at it. Let's talk about roasting. You have her peeing in the bucket. Hold on, let me play a few more
they
seconds and
keep
I
saying
can't.
bucket, but all I saw was a big Dasani bottle. I didn't see no bucket.
She said it was a bottle, didn't she say? Because
Yes,
he
it,
could point his child. Oh my God, this is terrible. Hold on, let me play a few more seconds and then we're gonna be done, honey.
that
Do I have
forever,
one
but
more
your breath is
thing?
nasty. It's funky.
Look
Okay?
at Wu in front of the
Because he want to motherfucking play and tell the truth. Let's be honest. Because I don't remember asking me that fucking shit. Wasn't like kissing. Is she disrespectful? No, not kissing. Which is said in blue. He said kissing. I said, oh. I mean, and I had to give him a good excuse. I mean, like, I just don't like saliva in my mouth from other people. Right? Meanwhile, I'm trying to build the courage up to tell him, your breath stink. So at the hotel
Oh
room when he
for
pissed me off,
whoa.
I definitely say you need to start brushing your teeth more. Go to the fucking dentist to find out why the tooth is right in your mouth. That's causing halitosis. Really? You gonna really say that to me? I thought you loved me. I do. Because if I didn't love you, I wouldn't have told you, bitch. I'm tired.
Let me stop sharing. Let me tell you something, but I don't love no man's halitosis.
at
I
all.
don't care how much I love you. Y'all, did you enjoy, honey? Before any thoughts on that, Tony? Before I have one more thing I want to talk about before we get up out of here, because baby,
Funk is a no go. Period.
yeah.
If
Thanks for
you're not actively working to remove any odor because you smell it just like I do.
right.
You got to be actively moving quickly. Oh, I'm about to go take a shower. As soon as we get a, I don't care. We've been out for 12 hours. If we get a whiff of, listen, it's
Yeah.
automatic that you shower when you're gonna be intimate. Like, what is the problem? What's the rush? Wash your ass. But continue. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, Kareem, she said that you were crying like a biatch. I don't know what say you.
Ooh. Said he was in there like Jeffrey Osborne.
So I did also wake up to something else this morning.
Oh Lord.
We have a habitual offender, not only in the multi sector, but this person first started her tour of jackassery. Thank you, Angel, over in the beefing sector on Lady Nika's panel. She then came over to the multi sector with her cottage cheese ass to porn bomb Mahia, uh, Captain, and then last night, Bimp.
Oh Lord.
Gina is on the loose again. And I went into Bimp. Bimp was live early. Salute to Bimp in the trenches. He may still be live. I don't know. Was I surprised to hear this? No. Somebody sent me a message at about maybe 2 a.m. this morning. When I woke up, I did see it. I was not surprised. I was actually more annoyed. Because here's my thing. She has done this repeatedly in multiple sectors. And none of it is by happenstance. This woman is a menace. Here's my problem with people who pee bomb, right? You can take somebody's entire page.
Right.
You can get their channel taken down. It is offensive. It's not funny. And when you do it to people that I F with, it pisses me off even a little more. I'm not going to tell people what to do, but I would not let that lady on my panel to jeopardize anything. She is not even, here's my thing with her. The lady's not even hitting these content creators off with any kind of financial benefit to deal with the ish that she's doing. And I said earlier in Ben's chat that she's literally icing herself out of the sector because now people even aren't going to her page. I'm not sub to her, so I can't tell you what she is doing. But word on the curb is that nobody's really going over there, right? I don't understand what is wrong with that lady, but she will be your problem to deal with because she would never be able to hit my panel again. Okay? Maybe ice her out for a few months until she gets some get right and stop doing that F to people because that is a no go. Yeah, I don't know why I hit the link either, Tannis. I have no idea. But it's beyond weird, Stacy.
That was my question when I first heard about this. My initial reaction was, well, they keep letting her hit the link.
Right? Why?
Period. If y'all don't realize junkie behavior when y'all see it by now, I don't know what to
Correct.
tell you. Okay?
And it
There's
be the
also some benefit that she's reaping from this. I'm not convinced that people aren't telling her to do it and she's getting a little 20, 40
correct.
cash app.
Right.
So there's also that. Mm.
Because the thing is, some of the lives that she does it on are good lives. So when she did it over on Lady Lika's panel, for those of you who don't know what happens, you can go back and take out the part where they peep on you. You can. But anytime you edit a YouTube video, the chat goes away. So you lose your chat, which for a lot of people is where the nuts and the crannies and all that good stuff is part of your lives. It's what the chat is saying, the funny stuff. A lot of us sometimes are too busy engaging that we don't put some of the comments up on the screen, and now the whole chat is gone. So it takes a lot away from what a content creator puts into their lives. So, and it's like this lady goes around like as if, hey, FU's University, salute, hun. It's like it's not a big deal to her. And that's what pisses people off, I think, even more, is that her lack of accountability for the ish that she does. Like, come on, cut it out.
The crazy part about it is there are places where she's been able to go do that and
Hmm.
get her exhibitionist little, whatever her little thing is that makes her like doing this. And there's places where they've let her come and do that.
Hmm.
So why go and do that at places where it's not okay unless you're just being
Right.
op. You're just being a
Yeah.
fucking op. Period.
That's exactly what it feels like. Like the time that she came over there, and I think of all of the content creators, May has been extremely patient with her, right? Even against most of our kind of admonishment, like please, like she comes in, she disturbs the lives, like she takes us off trajectory, like we're focused on something, and she comes in towards the particular conversation, and then she cams up, showing her tits in the bathtub during the live.
What did she show on Bimps? What did she do? Like, what was her
So
reasoning?
I didn't find out. I think it was another tit thing. I don't know. I'm not exactly
Because I
sure.
know she likes to say, "Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I
She
wasn't
does know.
to." I know
She knows every time.
she's doing
She
that.
angles the camera.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, it's like once, okay, four times, Tony. Like, yeah, oh, like, come on. Nobody's that unaware of their behavior. You know, she's aware of what she's doing.
Yeah.
You know. So, Tony, you tell me of of the menu today. Would you have any favorite parts of the dish?
Definitely the Neo conversation.
Yes. How was your food today, my dear?
My food was delicious. It was fact I may lick my lips. I don't know. What about you?
Yeah, so and you can tell me in the chat what was your favorite part of the meal today. Did you enjoy the conversation about KEWON and the Mo3 parallels? Did you like the conversation about Neo and the polyamory? How about us taking a little run down the trisectoral? Did you enjoy the part about Tracy going to church on Sunday to see the good pastor Jay Wilson? Or maybe you were indulged by the decadence of Lou and her man screaming like a biatch during sex. I don't know.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Child, woo, where do you find these men? And when
On
will this be
YouTube.
over?
On YouTube.
Like
Well,
we,
we can't find Larry on YouTube, so I don't know.
yeah, Larry would not be able to run any kind of YouTube. You know what I mean? Until, right, I said that earlier, unwarranted, unrequested, you know,
Undesired.
just pictures, right? Undesired pictures. Yeah, stop sending them out. I'm here. You here? Patricia can go where she pleases. Well, Candace, I agree, but also she'll probably go to jail because I don't, they got a picture up at the altar, Candace. So pray for Tracy because I don't think that's
Please,
gonna go
baby.
right. Said she liked the part with virtual dinner and not real dinner, so she don't be underlined. Let me tell you something, Hood. I don't do that anymore. My charcuterie board days are over. Well, maybe. But I hope that everybody was fed. Tony, do you have any parting words um, for the amazing people of Paradise Island?
Thank you for having me, Paradise Island. It was a blast.
We love having you, Tony. Y'all make sure that you are subbed to Tony. I think I pinned her link at the top of the chat. Hopefully, she will be going live soon to amaze us with her vibe. But y'all, this was our first installment, real official installment of the shift, where I'm going to feed you some the appetizers, the main course, and a little dessert from the different genres that we'll be talking about, whether it's current events, entertainment, or the trisector reports. There's going to be something on the plate that you will love to eat. Okay, y'all, please, if you if you are interested in speaking on any particular topic, please feel free to hit me at B Clark 315 on IG or hit me on the community wall, and I will. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. If you have any interest or anything that you want to talk, if anything that you want to talk about, okay? I just want to shift us in a different direction in terms of what we'll be talking about, but also keep a little bit of the, the the sector in it, okay? And there'll be more of some things and less of a little other. It depends on our palate. Sometimes we might just come in and we just might have all dessert. It is absolutely, whichever way we decide to shift for the day. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the first official installment of the shift. Thank you to my amazing co-host, Toni
Hi,
Montana. Look
Brenda.
at
Thank you for
girl.
having
Bye, Tony. I appreciate you for being in. All right, y'all. You know how we do over here on Paradise Island. 1 hour and 40 minutes on the clock. Thank you for visiting Paradise Island, where we're shifting, baby, in a new direction. Later.